Yeah, let's flip to the Iowa side briefly of this. Iowa team that has had ups and downs, much like really any Big Ten team has this season. They looked pretty damn good when they blew out Iowa State earlier this year, especially now looking back. That's a pretty big resume win. Then they had the whole Patrick McCaffrey leave of absence. You think that's going to be a nail in the coffin for this team. He's such a critical player to everything that they do. Instead, they rattle off a win streak, really come together. The resolve of that team to keep winning games in light of him taking a step back was very impressive to me. He still is not with the team. I certainly thought they missed him tonight, but this is now back-to-back road games for Iowa. 16-point loss at Ohio State, and then a heartbreaker tonight at the Breslin Center. Jim, is that just road life in conference play, or is that something that should be a little more concerning for Iowa?
I think generally the losses, I'm not worried about them. Just like in general, like you're saying, it's road life in conference play. That's tough. What's kind of troubling a little bit is the offense. Like they played one other game this year where both teams were in the 60s. Like Michigan State really dragged them down into the mud. Chris Murray didn't score after the first 15 seconds in the second half, like no field goals after that. Michigan State, great job taking him out. Then even late into it, they had 59 points with 4:40 left, and then they got a bucket in the final 30 seconds to cut it to 2. And that was it. Like 2 points in the final 4:30 for an offense that high powered. That's kind of an issue. That's more the concern for me. Some of the micro stuff taking away from this game rather than just losing 2 road games. I get it. That's all right. But there are some things there that I think raise my eyebrow. They've got to find a way to get Chris Murray better shots.
Yeah. Do you guys view Chris like, I mean, obviously he's not Keegan. Keegan at this point last year, I think, was National Player of the Year contender. We had a lot of conversations about that. I don't think anyone would put Chris in that category, but do you view him close in caliber? Like he's going to be an NBA first round pick. It left a little bit to be desired, his performance for me tonight, and give Michigan State credit, but I think he's capable of more, right, Pat?
Yeah, I think he's capable of more. Would you say he has just that dog in him? It's a little bit more of a finesse, which is fine. You know, everyone to each his own. It is basketball nowadays, especially college basketball, is a offensive players league where you just, except for the charge call that I'm going to keep bringing up. I think he is. It's always going to be a transition getting to that NBA level, but you got to think. You got to think potential wise. What is the ceiling, especially when you can stretch the floor? If Chandler Parsons can make $80 million by being a great 3-point shooter at his size, I think Chris Murray has a chance to do the same.
Greg, you said it. You said he's not like a guy that demands the ball as much, and I thought Keegan had a little more alpha to him with like, all right, I'm going to get this. And Keegan had more of a on the block game or mid post even where he could get it and kind of bully ball guys to the rim. Chris's finesse for sure, and just more perimeter. He wants to shoot the ball a little bit more than Keegan, whereas Keegan was in and out. Not the same player, but I mean, certainly all conference caliber, and no shame in the numbers he's putting up this year.
Yeah, none at all. Really, really fun player to watch, as was his brother. If you talk to anybody around the Iowa program, they like to joke about how different the personalities are. That was a big conversation starter last week, and I think you see that sort of show up in the way they play, as crazy as that sounds. But yeah, I guess I'm just fascinated to watch where Iowa goes from here, because I like the roster in theory a ton. I don't really like their ceiling as potentially anything beyond just to make the NCAA tournament team, unless Chris Murray really gets more aggressive and really does become like a no doubt 20-25 a game a guy. And I think he has been that for stretches of the season. I don't think he has been that consistently enough for them to compete in this Big Ten conference. As I speak, by the way, Michigan just banked in a 3 with 5 seconds left. They are now down 3 points. There's a lot of people out there that probably went to our friends at Bet Rivers that are very concerned about these impending Brandon Newman free throws. The spread on this game was bad beats. The spread on this game was Purdue -5, I believe. And, depending on the half a point here or there, you may have gotten a different number. Newman makes the first. I'll do some live commentary here. They are now up 4 with 5 seconds left. It appears that Purdue is going to steal a win there. We will be live on SiriusXM as soon as this game ends. So we will officially talk about Michigan-Purdue as soon as this game wraps. And he nails it. So Purdue up 5 minutes left. We'll see what Michigan can do with a heave here at the buzzer. They actually get a really nice 3-pointer off of it, and Joey Baker misses. So a push, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's favorite moment in sports betting. Cheers to that. All right.